Hey guys and girls, it's Miss Kelly. I am going to talk to you today a little bit about a new learning opportunity coming to Austin ALC next fall. It's called PBL or Project Based Learning, and I'm really excited about it. I think you guys will be really excited about it too. So I just want to give you a little bit of information today. Project based learning is a method of learning where you get to be in control. Okay, it's self-directed, it's hands-on, it's real-world stuff. Okay, you can do it by yourself or maybe with a group. And my job in this process is simply to be your coach. Okay, I get to kind of help you make things better, help you figure things out, help you dig in and really figure out what it is you want to learn. And the most exciting thing I think about project-based learning is that this is experience that you can actually use someday. Okay, you're going to learn skills that can help you get a job. You're going to learn skills that can get you promotions, all that kind of stuff that we want and we desire in order to be successful in life. There's all kinds of schools across the country that are doing project-based learning. And so I found this little video for you. It's about 8 minutes long, and it's going to show you what project-based learning looks like at one school.
I'm Noah Patchett.
I'm Gina Menachino.
I'm Damani Eason.
I'm Noelle Posner.
I'm Shelby Brown.
I'm Allison Torres. I'm Isabella Deschard.
I'm Mauricio Corridor.
And I'm Jordan Dolbaum.
And this is Project-Based Learning with Learning Gate Community School.
Let's face it, we're not still driving around in the same vehicles that were first built.
So why is our education system still so ancient?
Albert Einstein said, education is what remains when one has forgotten what one has learned in school.
Ouch, let's work on that.
Project-based learning is a style of learning that allows the students to learn what they are actually interested in.
Instead of sitting in typical classroom setup, listening to the teachers lecture day after day,
Project-based learning allows the students to pick their own project
and work on it in their own office or station within an appropriate time frame.
They got an interview going on with the principal of the school.
Let's see how project-based learning came about for this school in particular.
I always loved to learn, but I didn't like being in school. So when I got into education, that was my number one thing that over everything that I wanted to make sure happened for kids. I saw project-based learning. It was a presentation about 10 years ago at a charter school conference. The teachers that had developed it for high school students talked about it, and they were so enthusiastic, and the kids were so enthusiastic. I thought, that is something I needed to keep in the back of my mind. Well, I'm really excited because we've seen the kids excited and they're interested. They want to come to school. They can't wait to be into their projects doing things that they want to learn about. We have no idea what jobs are going to be out there in 10 years, as fast as things are changing. So we have to prepare kids to be problem solvers, excited about learning something new. So that's what's always driven me, and it's worked.
Now the first step to any project is coming up with what you would like to learn about.
After that, there's a forum which will help guide you through the first steps of organizing your types of research, time, and goals for the project.
Now you also get to propose how many credits you can obtain from each project.
Even though you're planning to have a project about Facebook that may only last a week,
But gives you enough credits for the entire year.
your advisor may disagree.
we have to be realistic here.
But think of the possibilities.
Before, you'd be sitting behind a desk listening to the teacher talk.
Well, they just told you what to do when you got home.
Boring.
This way you can be your own boss.
The way you want to learn it.
You call the shots.
Just listen to some of the projects that students here have done.
My name is Nicholas Solomon, and I did my project on the history of the Freemasons and the Knights Templar, and it covered history.
My name is Mary Kate Gannett, and I did a project on pediatric brain tumors, and it covered science and language arts.
My name is Shelby Brown, and I did a project on how wolves evolved into dogs, which covered environmental science.
The project I did was on the architecture of the Eiffel Tower.
I did my project on the Battle of Gettysburg.
I built a dollhouse.
Halloween, tutoring.
Thomas Jefferson.
My name is Sean. My project is on the history of the Earth, and it is covering science. I came up with this idea by looking through some of my teacher's books and then coming across this subject that I had already sort of knew but kind of didn't know the full story of, and I just wanted to know more and more about it, and then I decided to come up with this.
When I was doing my research, I found that the Knights Templar actually could have sailed to North America first and founded the first colony there. And the Knights Templar, the Masons, they have 33 degrees, and there are three branches of it. There's the Scottish Rite, the York Rite, and then there's the Shriners.
I came up with the project on pediatric brain tumors because my little brother, last February, we found out that he had a brain tumor, and I wanted to know what he was going through. And so when they told us we could pick our project, I thought that would be a great way to start off my year. So
I want to be an architect when I'm older, and I just picked a landmark to do it off of. And I picked the Eiffel Tower because my friend Mary Kate's little brother Connor, he said we're gonna get married later and this is where we're gonna have our honeymoon.
To be able to choose my own project, it makes me feel really good because I'm able to have more freedom in what I want to do, how I want to do it, and how I want to perform.
To be able to choose my own project makes me feel free and not so uptight and stressed about what I have to do and when I have to do it and that sort of thing. So I'm more free to do my own thing and just chill out, do whatever I want, however I want.
To be able to choose my project, I feel is a very good thing because I wouldn't be able to do this project if I was doing normal school. I would have to just sit there, read, write, whatever. And I can expand on this and kind of make it into something at the school too. Make it a program that we could offer at the school that's not currently at the school.
The next project I will be working on is the project on skydiving and the physics of skydiving and how skydiving works.
It's a birdhouse,
On narcissism,
an Abraham Lincoln,
Vlad the Impaler,
The Endangered King Cobra,
On how meditation affects the brain.
The next project I'm going to be working on is a website about integrated physical science.
Well, in your typical classrooms, normally the way we teach is, memorizing, and then they spit out a test and then it's over. By doing projects, something that they've done and taken the time and it's theirs, at the end of that project, they're going to remember that for the rest of their lives. Well, I think the students are excited about project-based learning because it gives them an opportunity to find things that they're interested in and figure out how to apply the standards, the education, what they would normally learn in a classroom. They have an opportunity to figure out themselves. I think too in middle school, starting in middle school really, students start asking, well, why do I need to learn this? Whether it's in math or other subjects, why do I need to know this material? When am I going to ever use it? When they start getting into the projects, they start seeing the purpose for it, and I think that's what creates the excitement.
With project-based learning comes freedom and choices, and it goes without saying that with both of these two things comes a great deal of responsibility too on the student's behalf. Here at Learning Gate Community School, we want to be current and relevant in our educational efforts. So we want to give every student the best opportunity to learn in a way that is best suited for them. And that more than likely means they're going to get their hands dirty. With project-based learning, you will have advisors like myself, and we will walk you through the process of completing the tasks and the projects that you have chosen to do. So if there's one thing I want you to take from this video, take this: power. Power to decide what you will learn and how you will learn it. You might decide to research America's favorite pastime, baseball, or you might decide to research and build a scale model of the Eiffel Tower. But wait, imagine doing a video presentation on the subject of project-based learning. Well, some students did, and that's actually why you are here now. So welcome to their project. So with project-based learning, it actually leaves you with two final questions. What will you learn, and how will you decide to learn it?
So that looks pretty exciting, huh? Well, the project-based learning here in Austin ALC will look a little bit different than what it did for those kids, but the basics are still the same. Okay? Here it's going to be a 2-hour class, so you'll be in the same room for, double hours. And then we will take attendance every day, so it's not complete freedom. And in this class, you get to earn up to 1 elective credit each semester. So because it's a 2-hour class, you can earn a whole credit. And over the course of, if you stay with project-based learning, over the course of your high school time, you could earn 2 elective credits each year towards graduation. Now, 1 credit is going to be equal to 120 hours of work, so we will need to document your hours on the log that you'll turn in with each project at the end. At the beginning of the semester, we're going to have a required introduction project, which is really just there to get your feet wet as far as what is the process of doing projects, what's going to be expected of you as you move forward. And then after that introduction project, all the other projects are going to be designed by you, with me in the background coaching and helping as, whatever it is that you need. So it is a little bit different than what the video showed. The big question then is, what can I learn about? You can learn about anything, whether your passion is food or fishing or computers or engineering or extreme sports. Anything you want to learn about, you can learn about. So I know you're all sitting there thinking, this sounds amazing. This is just what I want. Something new, something different. How do I sign up? Well, the fact is, it's a simple application. On the front side of the application, the first part is your personal information, name, ID, email, phone number. And then the second section is a skills and interest inventory. I just want to know, what do you want to know? What do you want to learn throughout the next year, so that we'll use this as a guide, not so much as a contract. So the top part says, what are some subject areas you might be interested in studying? Maybe you like sports. Maybe you like space. Maybe you like science or parenting, anything. You can check as many as you want to. And if what you like isn't listed, you can write it in the box at the bottom. Next, we're asking about project skills. What specifically kind of technology skills do you have or want to learn in order to create really cool projects? And again, if what you want isn't listed there, feel free to write it down at the bottom. I'm not an expert in any of these, so we're going to be kind of learning together as we go through this. And then down at the bottom, I'm asking about your life skills. So we're talking asking questions, motivation, paying attention to details. How good are you at these kind of things? Because project work is going to require that you're able to do a lot of this stuff kind of on your own without being told. So, and some of it we can work on. Some of it maybe you're already good at. So I just would like you to rate, put an X in the column that kind of rates how you are at each of those life skills. On the back side of the application, there's 3 short answer questions. The first question up there says, what excites you about project-based learning? Why is this method of learning interesting to you, or what sounds cool about it? Okay, we're looking for maybe a couple sentences, a short paragraph. Nothing to stress too much about. The second question then is, if you watched that video and thought, ooh, that looks cool, or wow, I could, totally do this, just give me some ideas about what types of projects you might be interested in doing and what kind of help do you think you might need. If you've got a specific idea, let me know, because we could definitely turn it into a real project next year. And then finally, the reality is that project work is often teamwork. So what are your attitudes towards teamwork? What kind of help could you offer to other students, or what kind of what parts of teamwork are your most and least favorite? Okay. because most people, when we're talking, employment, the reason most people keep or lose jobs is their ability to work in teams. So I need to know a little bit about where you stand on that right now so that we can strengthen those skills next year. The last part then is a signature at the bottom for you and a parent or guardian. And then please turn this application in either to myself or to Miss Malo by the end of May, by the 30th there, so that we can get you considered for the class. Unfortunately, not everybody that applies will get in. Space is limited. We have only 15 spots right now for this class, so the sooner you can get your application in, the better. Again, it's due by May 30th, end of the school day. It's a Friday, so get it in before you head out for enjoying sunshine. That's all I've got today. I will answer any questions now that you've got. Otherwise, thanks for listening.